have a few moments for questions?
Hi, my name is Judy. I'm not a dog breeder, so I don't understand that stuff. But I'm very interested in responsible dog ownership. Whether that entails, whether it be breeding, whether it be training, whether it be whatever. And I do have one query in amongst what you said towards the latter part of your talk that was very interesting. And that was a suggestion that anyone who has a bitch that chooses not to be tested, be basically given a number and declared as a breeder. What I see with the way that we're doing things with banning, what have you, all we're giving are the responsible people. And it's still the irresponsible people who aren't going to declare that they've got dogs. So
Yes.
what is that actually going to begin?
That's a matter of regulation. That's the point. You've got to, I mean, there are all kinds of really good regulations has anybody seen the new New South Wales Code for the DPI I've put out? It's a fabulous document, you know, of all the things that dog breeders must and mustn't do, and if anybody follows that, they'll be doing a fabulous job. But the world's full of people who aren't doing it, and nobody's regulating them. So it's a failure of regulation. And I don't know how we address it, because, you know, if you go in and confiscate 200 dogs from somebody because they're not doing the right way, what do you do with them? I mean, you know, so there's all kinds of problems.
My concern is we keep bringing more and more and more regulations in, and all it hurts are good people.
Well, I don't think that good people would be hurt by that. I mean, I don't see how good breeders would be hurt by the fact that they have to stand up and be counted and say, yeah, I've got my number, here it is. There's, you know, absolutely nothing to be afraid of.
I think there's a question just over there. And there's one at the back. You'll be next.
I'm quite proud of the fact that I belong to a breeders' association which has been exceedingly proactive in developing breeding improvement schemes over the past 30 or so years. And as Mr. Jen alluded to previously, we're probably the only breeder in Australia at the moment that is currently almost in a position to introduce the practice of using estimated breeding values and that sort of thing. But I was a little bit confused when you, during your talk, you seemed to promote EBVs in livestock breeding, but I'm just wondering how you would apply these sort of practices in breeding crossbred dogs which aren't specific breed.
Well, because it would be, well, in my best of all possible worlds, it would be very similar to the stud cattle industry. You've got the stud breeders, you've got commercial breeders, and then, I mean, obviously you've got the abattoirs, but you've got there's a two-way conversation going on constantly between the commercial breeders and the stud breeders, because the stud breeders are breeding beautiful animals, but they are then being replicated down there in the commercial world. And I mean, whether you do it yourselves, and obviously with German Shepherds, you know, how could you possibly cross them? I mean, they're the most beautiful dog. I love them with a passion, which is one of the reasons I feel really upset about what has happened to them in the show world, because they can't walk properly anymore. And it makes you want to cry. And I saw a dog came in, it was a show dog, it came into my surgery, and it was come in for a cut foot, and I thought they'd brought it in to put it down because it couldn't walk properly, because it was so sloping and its hocks were so overflexed. So, you know. We have to work extremely hard to let the field with big space, which I think is what we're talking about, let the field with elbow space for steam, then the field is steam. If you go onto our website, we talk about all the numerous conditions that create health. We get tired of the incessant conversation that we are talking about. Okay, look, can I talk to you later about getting one? Because seriously, I love them. They're my favourite dog.
May I just make a comment? We've only got a few minutes. I'd just ask that we phrase our comments as questions. Try and keep them brief. We've got an opportunity for a panel discussion later. I do appreciate that this is very sensitive, but we do have a very limited amount of time. The next question is just up there. We'll have time for one more and then we'll go on to the next speaker.
It's very difficult. I mean, I live on a farm and I breed dogs and I breed crossbred dogs. So, you know, I've had the puppy farm epithet thrown at me for the last 16 years, and I'm not a lamb farmer. I'm a dog breeder, and I may not be breeding dogs the way everybody else is, but I'm a dog breeder. And no, I'm proud of the dogs I breed. No, look at them. They're lovely dogs. They're not particularly elegant, but they're nice family pets. And I don't know, commercial dog. I think pet dog breeders is all we can call ourselves. We tend to we use the term pet dog breeders. We breed pet dogs, and some of us may have 10 dogs, some of us may have 2 dogs. I think the puppy farm. It's I mean, it's a term that really the people that you're talking about, most of the time they're actually collectors. You know, the really hideous examples are usually the ones that I've seen are just really disturbed people who collect animals. You know, so, you know, but there needs to be a way of differentiating people who are responsible from, pet dog breeders is what we're calling ourselves.
Thank you. And I think we've got time for just one last final question, thanks.
Thank you very much. I just have a question. One of the points towards the seminars I've been in is the retention, right, which is the crossbreeding, the various other things we have in our package, I'm just interested to know with your reading program, given that you obviously have named the breed, I'm also aware there are only 2 breed standards in one for everyone in the USA. Do you see that you may end up with perhaps some of the issues that the purebred or fraternity currently have, if you follow that path, which if you pardon me saying, is absolutely identical to the development of 98% of every purebred dog? The only difference is that you're doing it in the 20th and 21st century with the as in the 19th.
No. Well, unfortunately you've missed. There's a schism in the Labradoodle world, which started about 17 years ago, which went purebred one way, F1 breeder, terminal cross the other, and I have never bred beyond a terminal cross. I don't breed. I'm not a breed developer. I depend on good Labradors and good poodles, and that's where purebred dog breeders and pet breeders should be coming together. You should be saying, I need a good purebred beagle. I want a really good beagle that is not only conformationally beautiful but also has a great temperament. Can you sell me one? And I want to breed dogs from. I should be able to go to you as a beagle breeder and not have you throw your arms up in despair and abuse me for being something hideous.
Okay, thank you so much. Great.